bread and butter, boring, vanilla buy-to-let like I love them. Buy-to-let property, it is boring and vanilla and I friggin' love them. Okay, if I can marry a property, don't know why I said that because that's just weird, but it would be a buy-to-let. I love the big, boring, stupid stuff. Okay, there it is. So, let's jump straight in. What is a BTL? A BTL, or a buy-to-let, is when you are purchasing a property with the sole purpose of turning that liability into an asset. And the idea is you're going to buy this property, either rent it out as it is or refurbish it and let it out so that somebody else is paying you rent to live in your property. And if you're doing it right, you're going to make a really good profit over the long term. So the benefit of a buy-to-let property, which I love as a straight buy-to-let, is this turnkey investment. And this shouldn't be underestimated. When you've got a property that is already producing an income or can do that very quickly after, it actually does really look after itself so you can focus on the next thing. The downside is you're locking in your money and you're having to wait for capital growth or capital appreciation to do its thing before you can then refinance and pull it out. There's no doubt about it. Property is really hard right now and it's got harder and harder as we're going through. It does feel like everyone's working against us from time to time. Poor us, eh? But look, there are some benefits. First off, it is the single best preservation of capital that's available to us. Investing, yes, it's of course about making money. It's also about the preservation of the money in the first place. With inflation so high, it's 5.1%, I think it was announced, and that's going to have a dramatic impact to all of us. But that inflation happens to the property assets as well. So for example, in theory, the £100,000 property will go up at least £5,100 in theory. So even if you've got it in cash, your cash is preserved because £1 today is worth less than £1 tomorrow. Expect problems. Like I said, there's so many moving parts. When you're buying the property, you've got your lawyer, the vendor's lawyers, you've got to rely on the vendor not pulling out, you've got to get the broker involved, make sure they communicate in the best way, understand your situation, understand the property. They send out a valuer. You've got to hope they don't bloody down value, which is happening all the time right now, by the way. Then you buy the property, you've got to hope that the workmen that you've paid decide to turn up because you've paid them, which is harder than you think. You've got to hope that they stick to their prices, which is harder than you think. You've got to get them to finish on time, which is harder than you think, and to the quality promise, which, by the way, you guessed it, is harder than you think. So you've got all these moving parts, then your tenant moves in, you've got to find the right one, do the credit checks on them, and then hope that the tenant pays you on time, which is harder than you think. So when you've got a business that involves so many moving parts, you have to expect things to go wrong. And if it can go wrong, it will go wrong over a 10-15 year period. Please don't be delusional. I know a lot of people go out there and go, oh yeah, 100 grand property, put 25 grand deposit down, 15 grand in for fees, and then you never have to worry about it again. All right, the true dream of passive income. Well, yeah, I guess so, but you need to work hard enough to not have to work hard. Will buy-to-let ever die? No, I can say with absolute confidence it won't go at all. It cannot die. The only true risk that I ever worry about within property is government legislation. But again, property in the UK specifically is so fundamental to the country's wealth and growth that I'm just not worried about it. Will it shift over time? Yes. Will there be another recession? Yes. If you're one of these people out there going, oh, recession's coming, guess what? You'll be right eventually. You tout the same shit, it will come true. But the question is it all worth it if the above is all the case? And unequivocally, the answer is yes. Property can make a fantastic investment. It can build you up. But like I said, you have to work hard enough to not have to work hard. And when you're in that stage, you can stop working as hard for your money and get your money working hard for you. So today's video sponsor is Lendlord. Lendlord is an incredible app and piece of software that you can both get on your phone and on your laptop or computer. And I use this for my entire portfolio analysis. It allows me to analyze properties properly, which you've probably seen in some of my videos, but also allows me to reliably predict the outcome of my long-term property investments. What I also like using it for is periodic reviews from my leveraging point of view and my lending point of view, understanding when rents are due, insurances are due, and maybe when a refinance is coming out. Well, how I like thinking of it as is Experian as for your credit score, but for your property portfolio. So it's a great place for you to get an overview of it, see everything in one place so that you can correctly and predictably assess the current situation and future of your portfolio. If you're interested in this, they've got a free version available right now, and you can get access to this by clicking the link in the description. So that's just my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments. Did I miss any out? What problems have you come across as a landlord? And if you got value from this video, make sure to destroy the like button, hit the subscribe and the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next video.